Hi everybody, it's Nikki here and welcome to today's video, which is my mid-year makeup inventory. Now, a couple of bits of housekeeping for you. This is in no way, shape or form me trying to brag. It is basically me keeping an eye on my collection, how much I've got in my collection currently compared to 6 months ago, because I do take my makeup inventory every 6 months, but also as a way for me to keep an eye on how many products are coming into my collection every 6 months and how many products are leaving my collection every 6 months. So it's a way for me to either get a grip on my spending or to pat myself on the back for, yay, you've been using up or decluttering products that are getting old in my collection. Because I also use my makeup inventory as a way for me to go through everything in my collection, take a sniff test, take a swatch test to make sure everything is still at its best, let's say. Some things in my collection are now getting quite old. I will say that none of my makeup is older than 2016, because that is when I started getting into makeup. I was never into makeup as a teenager or anything, so I have nothing as far back as that, because let's face it, that would be over 20 years old by this point. But I am going to say this: all apart from one category, I believe, has gone up, and that is because I gave myself permission in the first 6 months of this year to buy some new makeup. And that is because last year I felt myself getting very bored with my collection. I felt very uninspired, very stale with my collection. I just wasn't interested in playing with it anymore, and I noticed that because I wasn't using it very often, maybe once or twice a week, sometimes not at all in a week. And it was because I was just so bored with it. So I gave myself permission at the start of this year to play with my collection a bit more, and and part of that was to bring new stuff into my collection. It's why I started Shop My Stash videos again, and it's why I've allowed myself to buy new makeup, because buying new makeup re-inspires me, reinvigorates me, recharges my brain for creativity. And I have noticed that although, yes, my numbers in my categories have gone up, so has my makeup usage. So instead of wearing makeup once or maybe twice a week, as I was last year, now I'm wearing it 3 to 4 times a week. So it's worked. I'm wearing it more. So maybe not in the last couple of weeks, because it's been really warm here. But yeah, I definitely feel like I'm more inspired by my makeup collection now. When I look at my eyeshadows, I'm so much more excited to play than I was this time last year. So all of that being said, let's get into it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give Editing Nikki a little bit of a break, and I am going to give you all of the numbers at the beginning and then all of the pictures at the end of the video. So I have taken pictures, but they will be at the end. So starting off with numbers, I'm going to give you 4 numbers each category. The first number is the number currently. The second number was the number I had back in December of 2022, 6 months ago. The third number is going to be the number of products that came into my collection in that category in the last 6 months. And the fourth number is how many products of that category have left my, or that I've finished, should I say, that I've finished in that category. If there is any discrepancy in the numbers, just take that to mean that those have been decluttered. So I don't count declutters, I only count products that I've actually finished. So if there is any discrepancy, it's because of decluttering, which I don't do very often, and I only do it if a product has gone bad or it's broken, basically. So let's start. For primers, my current number is 9, and that includes the NYX glitter primer. Back in December I had 10. I have brought 1 primer into my collection and I have finished 2. For foundations, I currently have 7. In December I had 7. I have purchased 1 and I have finished 1. For concealers, I currently have 6. I previously in December had 3 plus a 4-pan colour corrector kit. I've since decluttered that one. So I bought 4 new concealers and I have purchased and I have used up none. For setting powders, I currently have 7. In December, I had 6. I have brought 4 setting powders into my collection and I have finished 3. For blushes, I am breaking these up into creams, singles and those blushes in palettes. So I have 6 cream eyeshadows, 12 single eyeshadow, no, I'll start that again. So I currently have 6 cream blushes, 12 single blushes and 20 blushes in palette. And in December I had 1 cream blush, 10 singles and 19 in palettes. I have bought 8 new blushes in the last 6 months and I have finished big fat 0. Let me explain. They've all been creams. Well, the majority of them have been cream blushes because I've really got into that craze at the moment and I am loving it. Absolutely loving my cream blushes. So yeah, not mad about it. For bronzers, again breaking them up into creams, singles and those in palettes. I have 1 cream bronzer, 7 single bronzers and 7 bronzers in palettes currently. And in December I had no cream bronzers, 4 single bronzers and 7 in palettes. I have bought 4 new bronzers in the last 6 months and I have finished 0. Again, I bought a cream bronzer. I've been trying to find a couple of other bronzers to kind of replace the Hoola bronzer that I had, was it last year, and I loved, but I haven't been able to, so I may end up just giving up and buying Hoola, let's face it. Highlighters, again, 1 cream, 8 singles, 10 in palettes, and in December I had 1 cream, 8 singles and 9 in palettes. However, in the highlighter category, I have bought 3 new highlighters and I managed to finish 1. So excited. I think that's the first powdered highlighter I've finished ever. And I'm so proud of myself. So proud of myself. So last year I was finishing blushes and bronzers and this year I managed to finish a highlighter. I'm on a roll and I'd like to keep it that way. Moving on to lip liners. I currently have 12. In December I had 8 and I've obviously bought 4 new highlighters, lip liners, sorry, and I finished 0. But I'm hoping to finish 2 in the next 6 months, so that's not too worry. For lipsticks, I currently have 21 full-size lipsticks, 7 mini lipsticks, 12 crayon lipsticks. I have 11 Urban Decay or MAC sample lipsticks, and I have 2 Huda Beauty sort of sachets. And in December I had 15 full-size lipsticks, 8 minis, 12 crayon lipsticks, 11 MAC or Urban Decay lipsticks and 5 Huda Beauty samples. I have bought 7 new lipsticks in the first 6 months and I have finished 0. However, I have finished 3 of those Huda Beauty samples. For liquid lipsticks, I currently have 16, and in December I had 11. I have brought in a whopping 11 liquid lipsticks into my collection since December, and I have finished 0. Now you're gonna think, Nicola, 11 that you had in December plus 11 that you've bought does not equal to 16, and you're absolutely right, and that is because I had to declutter quite a few of my liquid lipsticks because they had gone bad. And as I say, any discrepancies that you're finding in these numbers, it is because of declutters. So yeah, my liquid lipsticks was the hardest hit for declutters in the last 6 months because they literally smelt like chemicals. They really smelt bad. They made my nose hurt. So that's that. Lip glosses, I currently have 12. In December I had 11. I have bought 4 new lip glosses and finished 2. For lip balms, I have now broken them up into balms, lip masks or serums, and then scrubs. So I currently have 10 lip balms, 4 serums or lip masks, and 2 lip scrubs. In December, however, I didn't break them up, so I had a total of 13. And I have bought 5 new lip balm products into my collection, and I have finished 2. For brows, I currently have 1 pencil, 4 gel, and 1 pomade. In December, I had 1 pencil and 3 eyebrow gels. I have brought in 3 eyebrow products into my collection, and I have finished 2. For eyeliners, I currently have 12 pencil eyeliners, 3 liquid eyeliners, and 1 pot eyeliner. In December, I had 2 liquid eyeliners and 6 pencil eyeliners. I have brought in 10 new eyeliners to my collection, and I have finished 2. But most of my eyeliners now are brand new, so, or less than 2 years old. So I'm very, very happy with that. For mascaras, I currently have 8. In December, I had 8. I have bought 2 new mascaras, and I have finished 2 mascaras in the last 6 months. For glitters and pigments, I currently have 6, although I have since decluttered one, so that number's already changed. These numbers were taken first week, second week of June, and I'm filming at the end of June, so already some of these categories have some discrepancies to them, but take it as it is. In December I had 6, I have bought none, and I have used up none. For cream, stick and liquid eyeshadows, I currently have 15 cream eyeshadows, 8 stick eyeshadows, and 3 liquid eyeshadows. In December, I had 14 cream eyeshadows, 7 stick eyeshadows, and 2 liquid eyeshadows. I have bought 2 cream, stick or liquid eyeshadows, and I have finished 2 cream, stick or liquid eyeshadows. One of those being that number 7 Shade and Define eyeshadow stick in Gunmetal Grey, my proudest moment of this month, of this year. We'll leave eyeshadow pans till last because I know that's the number you're waiting for. For setting sprays, I currently have 5 setting sprays. In December I had 6. I have bought 1 and I have finished 1. For nail polishes, I currently have 242 nail polishes in my collection. In December I had 233. I have bought 17 new nail polishes and I have only managed to finish one. The goal this year is not to actually finish any, although I would like to finish a couple, but the goal is to use as many of my nail polishes as I possibly can this year. And so far I've managed to use 64 different nail polishes in my collection thanks to the project Panicure that I'm taking part in, created by Deb B. So those are all of my numbers. As I say, all of the categories apart from, no, hang on a moment, we have missed one. Zootalo, I have missed one. Anybody else upset that they didn't have the chef in the live action Little Mermaid? Me too. Okay, so for eyeshadows, I count every single eyeshadow pan in my collection separately, and then I give you my number of palettes that are over 10 eyeshadows or more, because those are the big palettes that I need to keep on the down low, because obviously they bump my number up more than the smaller palettes. They're also less easy to store. So the big number you're waiting for, and this is the biggest jumping category, let's be honest. I blame Beauty Bay. Their 42 pan eyeshadow pan palettes have won my heart, and I have my eye on a few more. Anyway, I currently own 986 pans of eyeshadow. 41 of those pans I have hit pan on, so my pan percentage, my hit pan percentage is 4.15%. Not very high, not happy with that. My palettes of 10 pans or more is 38. I own 38 big palettes. Previously in December, I had 734 eyeshadow pans. I had hit 33 pans, giving me a pan percentage of 4.49%. So there was a bigger percentage back in December. And my palettes of 10 pans or more was 36. I've bought quite a few 42 pan eyeshadows from Beauty Bay, and I've decluttered a few big eyeshadow palettes as well. So that's why I've only gone up by 2, but I know I've definitely bought more than 2 big palettes. So I have purchased a total in 6 months 276 pans of eyeshadow. I have in the last 6 months hit 7 pans of eyeshadow. I have not done my pan percentage of that actually. I'll do that and put that on the screen for you. And I have purchased 6 palettes that have 10 pans or more. So there you go. I've bought 6 big palettes. Do I regret any of my purchases? No, not really. As I say, I love my Beauty Bay palettes. They are so beautiful. I love them so much. And I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about my collection growing. However, I do want to try and pull back for the next 6 months because I cannot grow as much as I have in the last 6 months over the next 6 months because I won't be able to pull it back. I won't be able to stop. So I'm not going on a no buy. I'm not going on a low buy. I'm just gonna try and focus on other areas. I need to buy some new clothes in the next 6 months. for summer, and we're going on holiday next year, so I want to be buying some new clothes in preparation for that. And you might say, well, my money is being spent in other areas of my life over the next 6 months. So hopefully that will make an impact on how much I can purchase in my makeup over the next 6 months. So that will help. My project pans are going really successfully for me at the moment because I am wearing makeup more often. So hopefully by the end of the year, some of these categories will have started to decrease again, which is, at the end of the day, that's all that matters. So yes, so that is my makeup inventory. Have you given yourself permission this year to buy some new makeup to reinvigorate your creativeness with your makeup? Or are you still on a low buy or no buy? Maybe you are doing that makeup rehab that everybody seems to be doing at the moment. I've thought about it, but as I say, I'm not going to be focusing on purchasing makeup over the next 6 months because I want to be buying other things in my life. So I feel like from month to month, I probably won't be purchasing much. So I don't feel the need to do a makeup rehab as of yet, but maybe sometime in the future, who knows. But yeah, that is my makeup inventory. Stay tuned for all of the pictures, and thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Here comes the pictures. Bye.